Cheers. It's nothing exciting, it's just water. But I have a lot to say, so I'm just getting ready. Let's do this. Hello guys, how are you? David DeFranco here from daviddefranco.com, and that's exactly what today's video is all about. The redesign, the relaunch, whatever you want to call it, of my personal website is finally live. I say finally because I've been talking about this for quite some time now, and up until just today, there have been two things holding me back. Number one, my podcast, which is obviously live by now, and number two, my ebook. As of today, my ebook is officially available completely free, and that ebook can be acquired simply by signing up for my email list right there at the bottom of every single page on this very website. It makes it incredibly easy, right? Okay, so let's get into the website, what's new, and what has changed. Well, pretty much everything. I mean, I've been so busy with other content that I wanted to put that content in these spotlights, so that's exactly what this website does. Hence it says right there, new website, tighter focus. So let's talk about it. All right, so this is the new homepage, and as you can hopefully see, it's incredibly simple and basic. To the point, no questions asked. Boom, right there, it says, hey there, I'm David, a self-employed content creator. And right here in the middle is, for the first time ever, a personal introduction video from myself. This is the best way of telling the world who I am and what I do for a living. This is especially important if you have no idea who I am. If you just happen to come across my name and says, who is this David DeFranco guy? Oh, there's a video explaining just that. So boom, goal achieved. Scrolling down, it says, take a look around my website and learn how I've turned my personal brand into a paying career. If I can do it, then so can you, and possibly better. Those are my motivational words that I think can have quite the impact on anybody watching this video or anybody taking an interest in my content. And then right under that, this section is probably my favorite right next to my introduction video. Below are just a few of my favorite tools that work for me. Bluehost, Squarespace, MailChimp, Lynda.com. Those are the four primary services that I'm using nowadays in terms of my work, my promos, and all that good stuff. So if you're ever curious about what powers my work, right there, this is where to go. Again, Bluehost, Squarespace, MailChimp, and Lynda.com. Check them out. I appreciate it. And then way on the bottom here, we have my ebook. Little incentive to sign up for my email list. Discover 101 unique ways to boost your creativity. And of course, like I said, completely free. You can get that right now if you want. And then down here, we have contact services and my social media links. This actually is a little temporary right now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. So I guess it's pretty safe to say that by the time this video goes live, this section could be a little different. All right, scrolling back to the top, let's go over my navigation. First up, blog. This is actually the page that has changed the least. It's pretty much the same. The content is there. It's just as easy as to consume and find. But I did increase margins a bit. Graphics are larger, text is larger, and well, just overall, it's easier to read, in my opinion. Okay, so let's get to the more exciting pages. Videos. This is a completely new page. This is the page to go to if you're ever curious about the video content that I create. I chose 3 videos that I like to show off in terms of my iPhone unboxing, a Driftwood vlog, my monitor just clicked, and my Xbox One unboxing. That, in my opinion, is a good indication of the kind of variety of content that I create. From tech videos to family vlogs, it's right there. And then under that, I have 3 promos that I've chosen to advertise, I guess you could say, for Kano, HB Sprouts, and Click and Grow. Now, this is a great section if I have any brands who are interested in working with me. These 3 videos are examples of the kind of work that I can return for any brands that are, again, interested in working for me. And then under that, we have some quick stats on my YouTube channel. Pretty self-explanatory. And of course, if you want to watch more videos, you simply click watch more videos, opens up in a new tab, and it takes you to my YouTube channel. Boom. Couldn't it be easier, right? Of course. Scrolling back to the top, another brand new page, podcast. But before I explain, let me take a drink. And just a thing, I still have to record tomorrow's episode. That should be interesting. My voice isn't all there today. Anyway, this is a brand new page completely dedicated to the Ask David podcast. This is the easiest way to listen to my podcast because I have a SoundCloud embedded player right here. And actually, I just noticed this kind of falls on the two lines. I will fix that by the time this video goes live. That definitely bothers me a bit. But anyway, there you go. Very easy way to find and consume my podcast. But of course, if you are interested in getting your question answered on the Ask David podcast, you can email me right here, askdavidpodcast@gmail.com. Boom. Nice and simple and obvious. I love it. Okay, next page, another brand new page. Projects. Now, it is no secret that I love getting things done, as it says right here. Getting things done. I love working. I love working on projects and seeing what works and what doesn't work. So these three projects right here are the latest things that I'm working on. The Ask David podcast, pretty self-explanatory because I just talked about it. And of course, the FrancoUniversity.com, it's right there. And finally, davidsthings.com. So again, in case you're ever curious about who I am and what I do, this right here is a great page to go to and instantly see the projects that I'm working on at the time. I love it. Okay, another brand new page. And by brand new, I mean sort of brand new, because I had a tools and resources page in the past, but I completely redid this. It is simply easier to navigate, and I think it's better on the eyes. So here we go, tools and resources. This is the page to go to if you're ever curious about using what really works. Just as it says, using what really works. Because from time to time, I do have people asking, what web host do you use? Do you know where to find video tutorials? Or how do you handle your email marketing campaigns? And how do you make money on Amazon? Boom, all of it is right here. So I have Bluehost, WordPress, Squarespace, lynda.com, MailChimp, and Amazon Associates. This is the page to go to if you're looking to do what I do, but obviously in your own style, but use the same kinds of tools. Because I can promise you, all of these tools are phenomenal. I only use stuff that works. And well, come on, I take a lot of pride in saying that. I don't use crap. Let's just put it that way. So boom, go there and check it out. Now another brand new page, Patreon. This I completely redid from the ground up, besides obviously all this text. If you're ever curious about my Patreon campaign, this is where to go. Boom, and look, I talked about this in the past and I came through with my word. My patrons only vlog trailer is right there, front and center on my Patreon page. So if you are not yet a patron and you're curious about what you're missing out on, this is where you find it. This is the trailer to watch, kind of like a sneak peek of my weekly vlogs that I record for my patrons. Using my GoPro, see? This is proof. Boom, I love it. Then under that, I have 3 easy to use buttons: become a patron, patrons exclusive access, and Patreon updates. And then finally under that, I have the same text that I had on my previous Patreon page. This is basically where I list all past and present patrons. Oh, and also you may have noticed the text is actually a little larger. So just like the blog, the text is easier to read, which I think is pretty good. So I think that is it. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot to it. I tried to keep it simple. And well, you may have noticed that I said, if you're curious, a lot in this video, because that's exactly what this website is about. If you're ever curious about me as a person, this is where to go. It's the tightest focus on my content that I've ever executed. And I am quite proud of it, especially because I have a video on the front page. Because guys, come on, let's face it, video is king nowadays, so I think that's great. And again, if you're ever curious about my projects, you can simply click on projects and just see right there what I'm currently working on at the moment, which I just think is cool. So finally, don't forget to get your free ebook right there at the bottom of the list. I appreciate it. And I suppose that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.